Hey, what's up everyone? OJ here, bringing you guys a quick little news update for today. So it looks like the Nintendo Switch Super Nintendo controller has finally been spotted. This looks like it's going to be happening. So Super Nintendo games being released for the Nintendo Switch Online service. Now, what we got, before we get into this article, what we got a number of months ago was some data mines of a Super Nintendo controller alongside icons for stuff like the N64 and other things like that, but we didn't get any actual filings. All we got so far was basically the NES style controllers that you can buy. If you're a Nintendo Switch Online member, you have access to that in terms of an exclusive deal. Now, it does seem like Nintendo's going to be releasing some form of Super Nintendo style controller. Now, this article has been all over the place, but I am reading from Eurogamer here, and it seems like this is happening. So Nintendo documentation has detailed an upcoming wireless Super Nintendo controller for the Nintendo Switch. The unannounced peripheral was spotted today in a new FCC filing required for its release in the US by Reset Era user Link83. Now, much of the documentation is confidential, so we can't see everything, but although we've got one diagram of the controller's back portion at a gaze. So note that the HAC model number used to refer to the Nintendo Switch hardware and accessories, as you guys can see that right there. Now, more exciting for fans out there perhaps is the release of the controller. It says, yeah, it looks like there's going to be Super Nintendo games added into the Nintendo Switch Online. I know there's been some buzz and some talk about the year anniversary coming up this September of the Nintendo Switch Online, and it would be cool, at least that's what some people are saying, it'd be really cool if they added Super Nintendo games to the online virtual library, because people have been just like, all of these NES games, it's like the same NES games that we've played before and they're not that fun. We want Super Nintendo games. Super Nintendo is so much better, blah blah blah. We've heard it all, right? So that's great if this is the case. Now, if Nintendo is filing this, obviously there's going to be a Super Nintendo controller release. Now, I always felt that Nintendo could possibly add Super Nintendo games because of the data mine that we got all those months ago, or I think like last year sometime. We got that data mine and it showed Super Nintendo icons. It showed that, and it could go beyond that. We don't know how far Nintendo's trying to push this thing. This could be the new virtual console for the long haul, as in like the next generation of Nintendo Switch systems, and the next generation, and the generation after that. 3 or 4 generations down, this could be what Nintendo builds up as the virtual console. And it just has this huge smorgasbord of Super Nintendo, NES, N64, GameCube. This could be the start. Obviously, at the beginning, people have been complaining because it's just NES games, but what it could turn into is something that travels with you, not just every single time they release a new system, all of a sudden there's a new virtual console, they start over, but this actually travels with you from system to system based on your account. So no matter what system or no matter what type of way Nintendo does certain things with a Switch or a regular home console or anything from the future that Nintendo makes, you'll be able to have your virtual console library with you this way because it is a online type of thing. So this could be pretty cool. I'm not the biggest on classic games. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest on classic ones because we already have access to all these games. Yes, it'd be dope to play Super Nintendo games, and I get that, but I've already purchased a lot of these games numerous times. But I think the cool thing with this is that since it's not a classic virtual console, we just get the games with our online subscription. So I am more down for this, and I'm probably more likely to try out games because it just comes with my membership that I simply get just to play games online like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. So I think it's cool in that regards. Now, there is no official word from Nintendo yet. They have not commented on any of this, and I don't think they will, but they'll probably just announce it maybe at a direct, or maybe they'll announce it just in a press release. I'm not really sure what they're planning on doing, but it does seem like Super Nintendo games are coming. And I do want to mention that if they did release some games, or some games that I'd like to see first, would definitely be like Chrono Trigger. That would be like the first game that I'd want to see released on this thing, because that wasn't on the Super Nintendo Classic. I'd also like to see Super Metroid, even though I've beaten that and I've played that a million different times. I'll probably play it for a little bit, then stop playing, but hey, it's one of those games that I just have to have on there. Obviously, stuff like Super Mario World would be great. That'd be a really cool one. All of the cool RPGs, that would be great to be on this Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo games. and just all of the great first-party Nintendo games as well. That would be dope to have as well. So what would be you guys' games that you'd want to see released on this? What would be the first games? And what are your thoughts on all this? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.